Well, we think that this is a very important standard. We believe that at this point in the maturity of communication technologies, that separability or modularity between end devices and communication systems of all types is of critical importance.
What this technology will do for me is allow me to put any technology in the field and have a single interface point back at the corporate headquarters to make no matter what technology they have work.
It's almost like a car going from manual transmission to automatic transmission. You know, it's kind of like you have to make a lot of decisions on how your car runs. Well, now it makes a lot of decisions for you and optimizes around it.
The socket concept really is about making the smart appliance easy to talk with.
What we're doing here today is we took the first steps to bring appliances to the marketplace compatible with the smart grid, so making it easier for customers to participate in programs offered by their utility members.
We designed the project to engage communication system providers who are in the demand response business, in-device manufacturers who make products of all kinds, and utilities who understand what the needs are and what the underlying capabilities of the systems will have to be when it's finished.
The goal is that the infrastructure of the smart grid would give the elements a purpose and a perspective that could be managed.
The focus of the event was to show that the socket provides communications plug and play with appliances. 3 communication methods were demonstrated using the EPRI protocol. All 3 networks achieved the same results at the customer's EV charger.
We've got a relatively standard clipper-free car charger. It's plugged into our dummy electric vehicle here. This simply acts as a load. We're just running it through to a light bulb to simply show that there is power going out to it. It is talking back through the system. Through the appliance plug is actually just mounted into the box here.
So this receiver module, which can be packaged in all sorts of different mechanization, in this particular case we built a black box to the EPRI spec.
The setup here is basically a high voltage USNAP based module connected through, going from low voltage to 485, connected to the Clipper Creek. And I'm just going to use a little FlexNet transceiver, mobile transceiver, to communicate with the box here.
That's what we want to see. We want to see every one of these end up with the end device acting exactly the same way, regardless of what the communication source and media is getting the information in.
Not only did the demonstration show that any network can work with any specific appliance, but we also showed that any specific network can work with all participating appliance makers. 3 basic requirements make remote communication work. Consider sending a letter. First, we need to share a common application or protocol, for example, reading and writing English. Second, we need a unique address for each person. Finally, the recipient needs the right type of physical receptor, an eye that sees text or an ear that hears words. Talking to appliances is no different. The socket on the appliance is like adding ears to a dog if it didn't have them. We specify a protocol so the appliance understands the electrical commands, just as you can teach a dog to roll over. The communication device adds the unique address and remote communication method of choice. Just as you used to get most messages by U.S. mail, many people choose to use the internet now. The appliance socket gives customers the same flexibility. They might start with a communication device that uses the MI system, but later switch to one that uses the internet via their home Wi-Fi system.
You're looking at 2 communication protocols here. This is the Zigbee protocol, and this one is a Wi-Fi protocol. And each one of these could fit inside of this housing, and the connector would come out the same, and the messages and the functionality could be the same, but it could be supporting 2 completely different protocols over 2 separate independent networks. This is simply a larger form factor connector that would support AC connectivity, and all the devices would have the same physical form connector on the communication module side as well as on the device side that would receive it.
the work that we did today is going to transform the industry.
This is a benefit to any consumer because it eliminates the risk. Something that you've purchased will become obsolete because of evolving technologies that may be used by your utility. This is also a way that you can be guaranteed that wherever you move, you can take your products with you. When you arrive there, they'll work.
If you think of the term USNAP, from a consumer perspective, it simply snaps in to a device.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that we've got a good solid foundation for our standard here. I think it's going to make adoption of this technology much easier, much quicker, more pervasive with respect to homeowners and plumbers in the industry.
We believe in a principle called set it and forget it, an automation that allows you to tell your equipment how you want it to behave, and then walk away and enjoy your life and not be bothered by it on a day-to-day basis.
This demonstration put together things that exist today and made them all work. Now we've got the opportunity within the utility community, within manufacturers of appliances, with the government as well, to make people aware of what's possible.
The next step would be have guidelines and policies and legislation that promotes this kind of interoperability. We think the market will self-feed itself at that point.
I think it takes the fear out of the future. I think that's one of the big benefits.
I hope they get the project finished, then this gets submitted to be a standard. It's a standard physical interface that we all can use. Then we have products start showing up in the market so we can offer some innovative programs to our customers.
This work on the appliance socket by PGE and other EPRI participants will advance the objectives of the smart grid and its many benefits to utilities and customers. It's a great example of how to best serve our customers' needs and PGE's commitment to Oregon's energy future.